What's going on, everybody? I'm Patrick from POWLAX, and this is going to be the first episode of POWLAX Bets. So, yeah, let's get into it. So this video and this live stream is going to be brought to you by POWLAX Courses and POWLAX.com. You'll see kind of some POWLAX Courses branding. Essentially, I took all of the videos, and now you can quiz and get certifications through all the POWLAX videos you like. And so, yeah, that's basically it. But so this live stream kind of came about after the PLL introduced their betting. So I was betting on games all year for the PLL, and I did decently well. I think I doubled my money over the course of the season, mainly because when I want to say Blaze was like the only MVP candidate left in the playoffs, and I picked him for like a really nice bet at the end of the year. But so this video is just going to be my picks for this weekend. I didn't even know that DraftKings was going to do college lacrosse betting, and this is not betting advice. This is not I'm not advising you do this. I just had some money in my sports or my DraftKings account, and I was like, why not? I think I'm going to try and roll this through into PLL. We'll see how I do. But so in this video, we're going to go over what bets I made, what I didn't, as well as just all of the games that we are able to bet on. I don't know if this will be a weekly thing. I'm hoping that it will. We'll see how long it takes for me to lose all of my money. But yeah, let's get into it. So this is where the POWLAX Courses things come in. So as you look here, you'll see the kind of the DraftKings outline, and we'll see kind of our games. Before we get into the games, I actually want to go into the team futures. So the usual suspects here. I didn't know why Georgetown was so high. Now I do. Preseason All-American goalie, defenseman, short stick D-midi, attackman, they're loaded, so that's pretty cool. But obviously Virginia's number one. They will be till they get knocked off. Maryland, Duke, Notre Dame, North Carolina, Syracuse, and as you kind of work your way down, it's definitely the usual suspects. But my biggest thought for all of these was which ones kind of have the best upside. Right. And so I know the two that I picked. The two that I picked that I really think will do very, very well and as bets right now are a good investment are Penn and Yale. Penn and Yale are always, well, not are always, but they're dominant. They're unbelievable teams, and they had to take last year off. They're going to be extremely hungry. They're going to be very skilled and ready to go. And not having them last year was a total. It wasn't cool, right? I thought that they would have been contenders for the national championship for sure, and so I thought that those were good bets to make. And so then I also bet on North Carolina and Duke. Who knows whether I'll pick Georgetown at some point. I kind of want to see them play. I know that they dominated defensively last year early, and in terms of like knowing a lot of the players, I don't really know. Honestly, I'm probably one of the worst people to do it, but I kind of make my picks based on how I feel on the certain day and what I know about the teams, which really isn't much. So we'll see how quickly my betting deteriorates and I don't have anything. But so now let's go to the game lines. So the first game we have is Mercer versus Bellarmine. I don't know anything about either of these programs. I know that, we have two recruits on our high school team that are going to go to Bellarmine, so that's kind of cool, but I didn't know enough about them to make any picks. And this week it's going to be pretty. I think the heavy hitters are probably going to win, but if there is a time for upsets, it's definitely right now. Then you have Duke, Robert Morris. I don't think anyone's going to come near Duke unless it's one of the other high ACC teams or Maryland. I just think they've got way too much firepower. And so, obviously, I would pick Duke here, but I don't usually like to make I rarely bet on the overdog, I'll say. I like to bet on the underdog, and so that there's actually a benefit of if you do win it, it covers like 5 other bets. My whole idea is just keeping the consistency and giving, a little more investment into the game. They're fun. I definitely enjoy it. I've never really been a betting person, but now that it's lacrosse, I'm all in. But so then we've got Johns Hopkins Jacksonville. Hopkins obviously has a new coach. Jacksonville, you got Galloway. And so I think this is one of the upsets that I would definitely pick, but it's not my best pick. It's probably my second pick. I did not put any money on this one, but so that kind of is what it is. And then Maryland High Point. This is my underdog bet of the week. I recognize that it's Maryland and that they're extremely talented, but High Point has they're always magic early, right? I think they beat Virginia 2 years ago early, and I just think that High Point with Asher Nolting and some of their other players they're an awesome team, and I would take this upset. I think I put like $20 on this one. Next, we've got Virginia versus Air Force. I also took this one because they're plus 1,000, and who knows? Air Force also has a tendency to win early, but they usually, when they have won early, it's been against teams like Denver and Duke, who usually traditionally start really slow and then really improve greatly as they move through the season. I know Danowski and Tierney are two of the best that recognize it's not where you start, it's where you finish, and once they hit May, they're always dialed in when it comes to tournament time. Next, we have Utah and Denver. Didn't want to touch that one. I don't think the plus side for picking Utah is enough to really make me want to put a bet on Utah. I think Denver will come out with a victory. I think it'll probably be like 2 points. Another thing about how I make bets, I never play money lines. I just don't, because I hate how at the end of games with stalls and things of that nature, I like playing the win versus the loss and I guess the points, the plus minus, versus having a spread. I'm not a big fan of the spread. And then the over-unders, I can't even really see, but I'm not a big fan of the over-unders either. It's just another thing, I guess, that you can bet on. So now that we've covered each one, let's go over which bets I actually made. So first is Jacksonville. So I picked Jacksonville, I think, over, who are they playing? Jacksonville over, I'm going to have to go back. I'm drawing a blank at this point, so early too. Over Hopkins. Yeah, so I did take that one. So Jacksonville over Hopkins, I think I threw 20 on. And then I picked Utah over Denver for 20, so I guess I did take that one. And then High Point for 20 as well. And the reason I do that is because if one of them hits, I cover my bets. Now for our national championship, North Carolina, Duke, Yale, and Penn, and those are all pretty big hitters. Duke's really not, but maybe it'll cover my money as I move through. But so if I win on any of these, that'll be awesome, because I will have not lost money throughout the entire year, and that'll be a great thing. But so then if we want to get further into my PLL thing, I'll just kind of show you how it went for me. Definitely won a few, lost a few. Obviously Archers. And then this, I like picking parlays where you get 3 of them, especially if it seems like the odds are there, obviously. Archers then lost. Redwoods Chaos Atlas won, so I kind of got lucky on a few of these. Lost a few in a row, a lot in a row. And then PLL Championship winner, obviously Chaos killed it, and you could really tell leading up to that Andy Towers was going to have them in a really good shape. I loved all the memes after the PLL Championship when it was like, the NLL wins the PLL Championship, because it's so true. So true. Those guys are so good. And it's funny going back and playing box now, because as I'm actually playing, I'm realizing how like none of the work in the backyard really counts for anything once you're actually back into the live game. It really goes to show you how much live play, you got to put players in live play all the time. Next, Atlas Water Dogs, Chaos Whip Snakes, got that one. And then the big one was Blaze. I do not know what the numbers people were doing at this one, because Blaze was the only one back in, on September 6th, Blaze was the only player that got nominated to be an MVP that was in the championship game. And so that was a good one, which put me over for the year. So kind of got lucky, is what it is. I don't know if you guys enjoy this. I thought it'd be cool to make a live stream about it every week. It gets something out there. I put something forward. Hopefully we'll do well. Let me know what your picks are. If you think I'm totally, like, first, let me know if my picks are terrible, which they probably are, why they're terrible and why you think otherwise, and who are the players that we need to be watching. Like, so let's go back to the let's go back to the games. So first, Mercer Bellarmine. I know I like Mercer because I know that they ride well and they're fast. They play fast. Bellarmine I don't really know much about. Obviously, Robert Morris was in the NCAA tournament 2 years ago. They lost to Virginia in the first round. Hopkins, new coach, right? Milliman, right? That's his name? Coming from Cornell. That's going to be a good game. Maryland, obviously, with Tillman, and High Point with John Torpy. Like, it's funny because I follow the coaches almost more than the players, but who are the players within each one of these? Who's at Utah right now? I know a tons of kids go to Utah, but I don't really know who's going to be starting. But so that'll all be fun. I hope that I get to watch some of these games. I've got 4 games to coach tomorrow, and then I've got my own game I'm going to play on Sunday. So we will see which ones I get to watch. It looks like this says Friday. Oh, this is in a week. I'm doing this way early. I thought that this was for this week. Well, we got Mercer Bellarmine tomorrow. That's the one that we have tomorrow. And then all the other ones are going to be in a week. So this is way early. These are my super early picks. Let me know which ones are good. Let me know which ones are bad. Either way, my money's probably already gone, so we're good on that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good one, and I will see you guys in the next one.